4%. And do you know which countries were higher than that? Yes, Germany and, the developed world kind of countries. But astonishingly, the Asia Pacific region, Southeast Asia, more women, 79% of the women said that they have traveled or they intend to travel solo. Now, yes, there are challenges for women traveling solo, but that doesn't stop them. That doesn't stop them. And Indian women, 47% said that they intend to travel solo, or they have traveled solo in the last 1 year or whatever, right? So leisure travel is increasing, business is increasing, and there are two aspects to it. There is, in any industry, there is demand and there is supply. Now, I've talked about the demand part of it, right? Women are wanting to travel, they're wanting to explore, they're wanting to see the world, they're wanting to understand themselves. You talk about discovery of self. It's about connections. Women, by nature, they like to connect with people, they want to hear stories, they want to tell their children stories, or they want to tell, other people's stories. So it's about storytelling, it's about gathering experiences from all over the world. And many, many, many women from different parts of the world have come here together today. And you are all going to share these experiences with people back home, I'm sure, whether in the workplace or in your homes, correct? So my, my understanding of the travel industry over so many years is that there is, as I mentioned, a demand side and there is a supply side. On the supply side, men rule the roost in the travel industry. We are here gathered today. Why should we not? Right? Creativity, necessity is the mother of all invention. Is that how it goes? Yeah? So, women have done that as well. Women are doing that. Do you know how many? Yes, there are very many women only or catering to, sort of women friendly travel agencies in the US and, Europe and the UK. More than 100 companies do that. But in this part of the world, it's beginning to happen as well. Yeah, in the emerging markets, it's beginning to happen as well. Can you give me some names of agencies or companies in India? Yes. Women on the Go, Diva, Odissi, all kinds of different names of companies set up by women because they couldn't find this male dominated industry catering to their needs, right? So they said, hey, we're going to do it ourselves, right? Do you know how many, even in the UAE, even in the UAE where I live, in Dubai, it's called what? World at your feet. Yeah, amazing. It's happening even in societies like that. So the point I'm trying to make is that when there is an urge to do something, you want to see the world, there's no supplier here, is a business opportunity for you. There are many, many women ready to go explore the world. Join hands with them. You know, we all know why travel is great fun. We've all spoken about it. You mentioned it. She's mentioned, what she's been doing. So it is an industry which is ripe for women, to get involved in and make it less of a. I'm not doing men bashing here, but I'm just saying there is an opportunity here, and cash in on that. Do you know how many travel bloggers today, women travel bloggers, there are? I just met somebody in Dubai at the travel fair. There's an annual travel fair called the Arabian Travel Market where I was speaking, and I met this lovely young lady, possibly in her early 30s. So we were just sort of taking a break, and I met her outside. She was an investment banker from Lebanon. She just one fine day decided, I'm chucking it all up. And she's just done that 9 months ago. And she's traveling around the world. She's just traveling, she's blogging about it. And she told me some weird figure in 9 months that she's got 300,000 followers. And my eyes were just sort of popping out. I said, what's so special about what you do? She says, because I don't just write about the sites I see. I talk about, yeah, appeal to me, my five senses, right? So there are many, many bloggers who make a living out of traveling. We call it the travel bug. Bug to me is the wrong word because it's something you need to get rid of. I don't have another word for it. If you can come up with something, start a company, call it something. Uh, wanderlust is again, okay, but travel bug is the wrong word. So don't say I have the travel bug. Call it something like traveling butterfly. Yeah, okay, fine. To me, it's very, very interesting. One final comment. Very, very interesting that the younger kids today from schools, when I was a little child, I remember, I think maybe I was 12. My father was very progressive. So there was a school trip, and he allowed me to go to Sri Lanka. There were no flights going between the two countries. We had to travel to the south of India. We had to take a ferry boat and go to Sri Lanka. And believe me, I can never forget that trip for one thing. I mentioned five senses. One of the senses was the taste, about the taste part of it, and the chocolate ice cream there. I cannot tell you, I can taste it even today. And if I was ever to take my children to Sri Lanka, I would search for that chocobar ice cream because it was so delicious. So women have a way of storytelling, of engaging with people, of making them, want to do things, to travel. And as an entrepreneur myself, I urge you, look at it's not easy, but look at this sector. You don't have to set up a travel company. You can be a travel writer, you can be a travel videographer, you can do many, many things, in that field, right? So, all the best.
Any questions?
Hi, I'm Darlis, and what I'd like to bring up is the sacred journeys part of the travel also. As an Akashic Record teacher, one of the areas that our Akash is held in is every time we step on the planet, we've maybe lived a previous life there, and we make that connection. We're both receiving internal information from being there before, and we're also leaving our story on the planet at the same time. So I just wanted to bring that up. And I do a lot of sacred travel. Thanks so much.
If I can add if I can add something to what my colleague just said, people don't know, but the tourist industry fit women a lot. The reason is that you really need, it's kind of a match. In order to organize a nice trip, you need to have a good sense to how to combine, how to measure traveling, food. It's something, and there is really a lot of place and a lot of potential to women, those who want to make a second career or whatever it is, to get involved in this industry.
I'll just say one thing. I also produce, travel industry produces a lot of wastage, a lot of waste, right? Food waste and, carbon and all that kind of stuff. So some years ago, because I'm so involved in the travel industry, I did a certification course in sustainable tourism. And I began producing this journal, online journal, which is right now under reproduction because it was single-handed effort. And any of you, if you're traveling and you're sensitive and eco-sensitive and you are welcome to, when I redo the whole thing, please contact me, write for me, give me videos, whatever. Yeah, it's absolutely it's a free journal which I have right now, but I'm trying to organize it so it's more inclusive with people's experiences, and it it I'm looking at different formats now, multi, what's it called, multi publishing format, because it was just a reading kind of a journal for the travel industry. It's a B2B thing. So just have a look. Don't look at the fact that since a long time nothing much has new been published. If you read the stories, I will tell you, all the articles are there. You will connect. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I don't want to hog the show.
I too have a comment. We were talking. You were all talking about niche travel for women. Certainly, traveling with women is one of the favorite things I like to do. Something I've learned in my years of traveling, what I really enjoy most is not the sightseeing and seeing the Eiffel Tower, but actually connecting with people in that place. And so I'm always looking for opportunities for travel where I'm going to be able to interact with people there. And it's not that easy to find. So if somebody can figure out how to set that up,
Well,
I'll be
if
happy to be
if
your
if
beta
I
customer.
can,
Okay, that's partly
actually,
why I'm here, is to
there
connect with other
there
people.
there is a lot more business happening for people to travel like locals. I mean, Airbnb is, they're building a business model even increasingly so on that. But there's lots of wonderful small businesses, and there's multiple ones out there where you can go and have dinner with a local person as well, and family, and see the menu first and pay $20. So there is a lot of local rich experiences developing out there.
Airbnb, there is Expedia that you can book today directly, booking.com. You have now, just in Israel, I know a new innovation like EatWiz, that you can go, Google in the internet, and you can go and have dinner with people all over the world. You have now sofa surface that you want to stay with someone at home, and I believe that in the next few years, you will have.
I travel a lot. I've been traveling probably since I was 9, and I may do 3 or 4 trips a year now. But now I go towards if the women would like to know, towards a small group travel. As I'm on my own, I'm of a certain age. I don't really want to wander around the back streets of wherever on my own, so I go with very small groups. And the trend now is going towards ecological and responsible travel. There is a company called Responsible Travel, and I try and research that. But we don't just do the Taj Mahal and here and there and everywhere. We do stay in people's homes. We don't do just 5 star. We might have to once in a while, like Burma. There's maybe nowhere to stay in Myanmar. You might have to. But we do go. I've just been staying in Gers in Mongolia, and we go to different places in everywhere. I've gone across the Caucasus on horseback, but I do go, and I'm always searching. But I can never find. This is